A sex offender who finished his sentence will soon be back in Portage County. And skiing by candlelight. You can try cross-country skiing by the glow of candles tonight in Rhinelander. The news starts now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. News Watch 12 Midday starts now.
Thanks for joining us for News Watch 12 Midday. I'm Dakota Sherrick. Earlier this week, people in Portage County found out a violent sex offender would move back into the community. Portage County law enforcement held a meeting last night in Rosholt for the public. 41-year-old Peter Yogurst was convicted in 1995 for sexual assault and intimidating a witness. Police say he forced his way into the home of a woman he knew and assaulted her. By January 4th, Yogurst will be released back to the Portage County town of Albin. At the meeting last night, more than 100 people came to hear more on Yogurst's release.
The law must allow a person the right to seek release, supervised release, or complete non-supervision. And as the sheriff and others have taught you, that's what this person did.
Yogurst served 23 years both in prison and at a treatment center for sexually violent people. Most people at the meeting said the biggest problem was that they didn't get much notice. Sean Morrow with the Wisconsin Department of Probation and Parole wanted people to know sex offenders may not always be people you'd expect.
Yeah, it's someone that you know, you trust. The boyfriend, the girlfriend, the stepmom, stepdad, baseball coach. I mean, those are the ones that groom.
Yogurst will be on the sex offender registry for life. A special thanks to our partners at the Stevens Point City Times for contributing to this report. And so far today, the weather's been nice and calm, but I hear we may be getting some snow. Ryan, what can you tell us about that?
Hey Dakota, yeah, you're not wrong about that. We do have some snow in the forecast to talk about. We saw a little bit of some flurries early this morning, but now the clouds have kind of cleared out a little bit and we're seeing some sunshine out there as well. Right now, temperatures holding pretty steady in the mid to upper teens, 19 in Rhinelander, 16 in Tomahawk. We'll see those temps slowly rise to near 20 degrees for your afternoon high. Winds are pretty calm right now, generally out of the west-northwest around 0 to 5 miles an hour. We'll see those slowly transition out of the south as we make our way through the afternoon hours into this evening. Radar and satellite, we have some breaks in the clouds right there, but look what's off to our west. We have snow incoming here. We'll see that later this evening through the overnight hours. A look at what to expect this afternoon, mostly cloudy skies with a chance for snow later on and temps up near 20 degrees. Of more on my full forecast, just a few minutes. Dakota?
Thanks, Ryan. In Wisconsin, people take their winter sports seriously. Cross-country skiing is near the top of that list. You can trade skiing in the sunlight for skiing by candlelight tonight at the Rhinelander Community Trails. Last year, the Northwoods Nordic Ski Club couldn't hold the candlelight ski because there wasn't much snow. The snow we have on the ground and tonight's chilly temps make for the perfect cross-country skiing combination.
We want people who feel like, geez, I've never done that, I want to try to do it. This is the sort of event to come to try it and to watch other people doing it, not to feel intimidated, not to have to drive out to a trail that's further away, but just to come right here in town and have fun.
Cross-country skis have bindings that are sturdy and strong. That helps out the beginners. If you've never picked up a pair of skis before, Mel's Trading Post will be out on the trail with some to borrow. All you have to do is start walking.
I tell people don't even try striding or going fast at first. This trail is nice because it's not hilly, it's relatively flat, so that's also a nice way to start out so that you're not feeling scared about going up or down hills very much.
The candlelight ski starts at 6 tonight and goes until 8 at the trail across from Rhinelander High School. All levels of skiers are welcome. Tens of thousands of people fill Eagle River every winter for the World Championship Snowmobile Derby. But just 2 workers get the track ready for all the high-speed excitement. Derby President Chuck Decker showed us around the racetrack yesterday morning. His team of 2 started crafting the snow and ice around the track about a week later than usual, the second week of December. The pair sprays the track with 2.5 million gallons of water to cover the half-mile oval.
We could be racing on an ice oval right now, but they'll continue to make more ice just to have a safety factor. So, you know, for the conditions, if we have to shave more or the track gets rough, they can cut it down more.
Crews use a tractor to scrape and smooth the ice. They do most of their work between 6 p.m. and 8 a.m. when the weather's best for making ice. The Derby starts with the Vintage Weekend, January 13th. The state of Michigan granted 2 permits for the controversial Back 40 mining project near Marionette. Menominee tribal members vow to continue the fight to stop the project. George Rodas has the story.
We're going to keep moving forward because, you know, nature is important. Water is so important.
On a bridge connecting Wisconsin and Michigan, Menominee tribal members say they're fighting to protect the water and their culture from the Back 40 mine project.
If we let them do this, it'll be gone forever. History.
The group says it needs support after the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality approved 2 permits to Aquila Resources. The company applied for the permits to build an open pit mine along the river in Stevenson, Michigan last year. Aquila released this statement today saying, quote, "We believe that the state's decision to grant final permits reflects Michigan's commitment to responsible and sustainable resource development that benefits all stakeholders." Guy Ryder says his group has 60 days to appeal the permit approvals, but they'll need money to do it.
I never give up hope. You know, I think if we do this with a good heart and a good mind and we do it in solidarity with our natural world, anything's possible. Look at what happened out in Standing Rock.
A new state transportation study finds that installing tollways on Wisconsin interstates could raise billions of dollars. It will also cost a lot of money to start, and getting federal approval might be a problem. The Department of Transportation study also found Governor Scott Walker's road funding plan for the next 2 years puts Wisconsin roads on a path to worsen severely over the next decade. Wisconsin lawmakers and Walker commissioned the study last year as part of the biennial state budget. Lawmakers are expected to address state transportation funding in the upcoming legislative session. Russia threatens retaliation after a new round of U.S. sanctions. The United States accuses Russia of interfering in the presidential election. NBC's Haley Jackson has the latest from Washington.
We're confident in the steps we're taking today.
White House Homeland Security Advisor Lisa Monaco speaking Thursday after the White House announced retaliatory measures against Russia for its alleged election-related hacking during the presidential campaign.
We are exposing the tactics, the techniques, the procedures that the Russian intelligence services have used to interfere in our election.
The administration sanctioning 4 Russian individuals and 5 Russian entities, also shutting down 2 Russian compounds and ordering 35 Russian diplomats allegedly involved in intelligence gathering to leave the U.S. within 72 hours. Russian officials reacting swiftly and angrily. The country's embassy in the U.K. slamming Obama on Twitter and calling the sanctions Cold War deja vu. President-elect Donald Trump, who has brushed off intelligence assessments of Russia's election-related hacking, giving a broadly worded statement saying, quote, "It's time for our country to move on to bigger and better things." Senior Trump advisor Kellyanne Conway saw something different in the sanctions.
Even those who are sympathetic to President Obama on most issues are saying that part of the reason he did this today was to, quote, box in President-elect Trump.
But many Republicans, including Congressman Adam Kinzinger, have supported retaliation over Russia's hacking.
It's not questioning the legitimacy of Donald Trump. He won, and I think he won by having a strong message. But it is saying that if a country thinks that they can influence us in a certain way, there's going to be consequences for them.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
New Year's Eve brings together big crowds to celebrate the new year. Coming up on Newswatch 12 Midday, we'll tell you what's being done to be sure the celebrations are safe.
And we're seeing some gaps in the clouds right now, but we're expecting some snow showers later on this evening. More on that right after the break.
New Year's celebrations kick off tomorrow night in cities across the country. Due to recent terror attacks, security personnel in cities around the world are on high alert, hoping to keep everyone safe this holiday weekend. NBC's Stephanie Gosk reports.
This morning, New York City is getting ready for its annual bash, with nearly 1 million people planning on watching the ball in Times Square, ringing in the new year with noisemakers, confetti, and massive security.
We have reached the new level of patrol strength for NYPD.
Tomorrow night, a record 7,000 uniformed and undercover police will be on the streets, including hundreds of heavily armed counterterrorism officers. This year, law enforcement is bringing in sand trucks and other vehicles to block off streets. In cities across the country, it's a similar sight. Fences and concrete barricades in Boston and Chicago.
It's sad that we have to do this type of stuff, but And it's a reality of what's happening now in the world.
In Pasadena, California, police have their hands full, with New Year's celebrations taking place tomorrow night and the Rose Parade on Monday, forcing them to come up with new tactics.
We'll be using water barriers to create a chicane of sorts.
Part of law enforcement strategy, a big show of force to create a deterrence and instill confidence. Today, security is also being beefed up across Europe, with some officers in Germany arming themselves with machine guns. Officials not taking any chances after vehicle attacks at a Berlin Christmas market this month and an attack in Nice in July. In London, a higher police presence at Buckingham Palace and local markets. Back here in Times Square, the public seems to support the work law enforcement is doing and don't seem worried.
I think that they've been doing a great job anyway, and just enjoy it like we're enjoying it.
Plenty of people make fitness their goal for the new year. Coming up on Newswatch 12 Midday, we'll tell you about some of the help available to reach your target. Many people make big plans to improve their life in the new year. Losing weight is the most popular resolution, but there are always ways to get fit without going to the gym. Brian Moore explains.
Winter weather and gym intimidation might make it hard to get a jump start on those fitness goals for 2017.
If you really hate going to the gym, there are tons of other options for you to stay at home and stay fit, especially on demand.
Fitness DVDs have given way to online streaming workouts. Many services offer subscriptions to a video library through an app or a website.
The great thing about it is the workout starts when you're ready to work out.
Boutique fitness is also a big trend. Pricey clubs with specific workout styles and personalized feedback. The Peloton bike offers that boutique experience without having to leave the house.
This is a regular stationary bike that has a computer screen on it that allows you to be in a class while you're in your own home.
It'll give your wallet a workout, $2,000 plus $39 a month for class subscriptions. If you're in the market for a personal trainer, technology can cut costs.
You can actually go online and have a personal trainer there live with you doing your workouts.
There are also many ways to track your progress, with technology getting more accurate and affordable. From fitness trackers to heart rate monitors. There's even a smart sports bra.
Technology, accessibility, and on-demand are really the keys for 2017 fitness.
So don't be a baby about it. Welcome the new year with a new routine. Brian Moore, NBC News.
People in Eagle River look forward to when an upgraded library will be ready to use. Coming up on Newswatch 12 at 5, we'll tell you how plans for library improvements are coming along. Join us tonight for Newswatch 12 at 5. You can own a presidential piece of history if you make a bid at an auction taking place at a Pennsylvania wax museum. The Hall of Presidents and First Ladies had been in business for over 60 years. More than 1 million visitors have come through. The collection features life-size figures of presidents and 1/3 scale figures of First Ladies.
Owners say the museum fell victim to a decline in attendance, forcing it to close. The auction is scheduled for January 14th. It's kind of an interesting story there. How about that? How about we take one more look at weather? We got a little bit to talk about here going into the weekend. Temperatures right now holding pretty steady in the mid to upper teens. We'll see those temps rise a few more degrees through the afternoon, around 20 degrees for a high here in Rhinelander. Winds right now are pretty calm, generally out of the west-northwest, around 5 miles an hour. We'll see them transition out of the south later on this evening. The radar and satellite is quiet right now, but you can see there in the corner of your screen, the snow is beginning to creep in there. And a look at your 7-day forecast. Not bad here. We'll see snow lingering into Saturday morning for New Year's Eve, but New Year's Day is looking great with mostly sunny skies and temps near 26 degrees.
Awesome. Well, and hopefully between New Year's being on Saturday and the good weather, a lot of people will be able to get out.
Yeah, hopefully. Sunday will be a great day to get out and enjoy the weather.
Very lovely. What's your New Year's resolution?
More weather.
Have a great day. Join us again for this afternoon at Up North at 4.
Happen to be listening to this